Hello and welcome to Math 110 Online. I'm going to do one of these videos weekly. You'll probably hear dogs barking and random things in the background, but such is how this works. So you've logged into the course and you've seen this front page. Every week this front page will change. Also at the top of the front page up here, there will always be a course outline and checklist. And that will update as we go along here. Week 1. Syllabus quiz, discussion posts you need to do, and you can start working on some stats homework. So let's go ahead and go through some of the things you need to do to get started here. So it says to watch the introduction video. You're doing that already, so good work. If you go look at the modules, you guys don't see as many of these things as I have right here, but in the getting started there's the communication plan. You should read through that. There's the syllabus and a syllabus quiz, and then there are some links here about how to get to your textbook, which our textbook here is direct digital access. So basically what that means is assuming you're a Blackhawk student, you have access automatically to My Math Lab. All you have to do is click this Red Shelf eBooks link, and you will get a code right there. So pretty quick. All right, so you can go through there and get a code. Then you go down to My Math Lab right here. You click that and you can make an account. If you already have an account, you can sign in, and then that is the code that you use that you had up there. So pretty easy to do. There are some other links and things in here that you can look at related to that, but I think this video really covers all of it pretty well. The testing center hours are here. That includes the Quad Cities Testing Center hours, and then way down at the bottom, the kind of limited East Campus Testing Center hours are on there. Okay. Let's look through the syllabus just a little bit. Not the syllabus quiz. Okay. So, I have office hours. They are here. The text is the one that you get through the Red Shelf thing. There is a way to opt out of that. The instructions for that are over there. Why would you opt out? Well, the only reason you would opt out is if you're a student from another college, and then you could just buy directly from My Math Lab. You click on the My Math Lab link and you can buy the code from them. Or if you already have the access for some reason, you already have your own code, then you would want to go through the opt-out procedures. So this is a general education math course. So we cover a lot of different things: finance, stats, math modeling, and graph theory. One thing I want to get out of the way at the beginning: this is not really a practical math course. That's not the point of this. This is a liberal arts course. So just like if you take a liberal arts class in art or philosophy or something like that, you don't necessarily learn life skills. That's not the point of this class. You kind of learn some neat things about math, maybe things you didn't know before. Some of it might be useful in your life, like the finance part, statistics maybe, but other parts of it, not so much. But you're still learning good things, I think, so keep that in mind. We're going to do stats, graph theory, finance, and modeling in that order. And note that the modeling part ends kind of around Thanksgiving, and then we have a couple of weeks after that are just you finishing up our final project. So grading, there's 4 unit exams, 40%. There's My Math Lab homework. There are discussions, those happen weekly, and there's a final project that is worth 25%. There's the grading scale. Note that 89.5 is an A, etc. So keep that in mind near the end. Big thing on the exams, and please take advantage of this. You get 2 attempts on the exams. So you have like 3 to 4 weeks on each one of these sections, and about the last week of that is usually for the exam. So what you should plan on doing is to try to go in and test on, say, like Tuesday, and then go back by Thursday or Friday and try again. That's a pretty big deal. That's a nice thing that I'm doing here, and I'm doing it because it's an online course. It's the only course that I do that in. So please do that. Taking them back to back doesn't really do much for you, but if you can take it and then go a couple days and do it again, maybe with some studying in between, that can definitely help. And what do you need to study for the exams? The homework. I take all the questions from the homework. There's a homework My Math Lab for each section. It's due on Sunday nights. There are discussions that happen every week. Those are also due on Sunday nights. And then we have a final project, which we kind of work on a little bit throughout the whole semester, and it's due December 11th, which is during finals week. There's some more stuff here you should check out. The one thing that's on here, you get 1 3-day extension of any one exam or homework due date. No questions asked, just let me know. Other than that, I don't deal with late work. So that's kind of how that goes. Be nice to everybody, especially in the forums. Don't want any, unnice stuff posted on the forums or anything like that. Try to be supportive and helpful and all that great stuff. In general, everybody is, so there's that. Okay, so we've talked about the course calendar. Pretty much things are due on Sunday nights, except for the exams. So that's pretty much what's on here. You can hear my dog is kind of upset in the background. Let's look at week 1. So first off, on week 1, there's a link to project instructions. We'll look at that. You have an introduction post you need to do for week 1, so you click on that, just respond. There is a success in an online math course post you need to do. Has you look up an article and kind of post what you thought about it. And there's a thing to post what you did for the final project work in week 1, so that's up there as well. There's a place, in case you do get started on the homework, My Math Lab homework the first week, there's a place to post and answer questions on here. This is another thing. If you have like an immediate question that you need to ask, please email me. I don't check this forum every single day, more like a couple times a week. If you post in this homework section, maybe someone else will get to it, but most likely I might not see it at the time that you want it to be seen. So that's there. Let's take a look at the project instructions. Okay, so we're looking at the project instructions, and a little warning here. I'm kind of editing these instructions as we go along. So week 1 is really as far as I want you to look. And so right now, I'm going to leave all of this stuff here. But I'm just going to do a little trick. And all the rest of it's invisible for now. Okay, so when you open this, just look at week 1. And what your job is for week 1 is to research 4 amusement parks in the United States that you'd like to visit. Here's a really cool website, coasttocoaster.eu, super helpful. Pretend like amusement parks if you have to. Report back the names and locations of these parks along with a list of all their currently existing and coming in 2000, let's change that to 2019, roller coasters. There's another great thing, RCDB. That actually is what powers this Coast to Coaster thing. And there's 3 conditions here. Your parks have to have 30 roller coasters combined. They must be currently existing amusement parks, so no defunct ones like Six Flags New Orleans. Also note the United States. So the reason these rules are here is people have tried to do like Europe and stuff before, and that just really complicates this whole project. And another thing that complicates the project are Disney and Universal parks. First off, they don't have many roller coasters. And secondly, they don't post a lot of information about their roller coasters, so I end up having to like make up numbers or do a lot of internet research to find statistics that we need. So I just decided for this semester we're going to ban those parks. parks. So kind of expand your horizons to different parks here. Okay, so your job is to post the names of your chosen parks plus the total number of coasters at each park in the Week 1 project work discussion thread. So that is pretty much it for what's going on here. Let's take one more look back over here. Once you do get into My Math Lab, let's take a look at that. You can see all of your assignments here. This is the whole semester. And the due dates are probably correct. They might get changed a little bit, but they're probably correct. So there's 5 sections in Chapter 14, only 3 sections in Chapter 4, 6 sections in Chapter 7, 5 sections in Chapter 8. Oh, I need to move this modeling test and play with the due date a little bit. Anyway, those things are all there. So this is where you come to do homework and stuff. If you aren't used to My Math Lab homework at all, there's all kinds of help and stuff up here. So if you click the question help, there's help me solve this, view an example, a thing that takes you to your textbook. That is in here. The other thing is there's actually, the textbook is here. So if you go to chapter contents, like you go to chapter 7, they have little videos and stuff in here. There's also the e-text is in here. You can look at that. The other thing that you will note back on our page is that for each one of these sections, I have notes and stuff that's here. There's lectures and notes. Some of these were created originally for an in-person class. So there's some mention of like turning the notes in and stuff. That's not a thing. Okay, so these are all for you. I don't care what you do with them. You can print them, you can not print them, you can, whatever you do with it, it's all up to you. So I think that's it. Welcome to the class. Post in the intro thing, and I look forward to a good semester.